In this video, I'm going to show you one of the lost Ashes of Wars that you will get in the one of the lost fights you play in the game. This is called Hoarah Loux Earthshaker because it is insane. You basically shout out and do like these shockwave attacks that damage enemies in an AOE radius around you. You can of course apply this to any weapon that is a normal weapon that can have Ashes of Wars applied to it. For the sake of this video, I decided to use Gargoyle's Twin Blade, which is a very cool looking weapon, very strength and physical attack oriented. It has a lot of dexterity and strength required to use this weapon effectively to get its damage out as much as you can. You can see there the attack power is insane, and we have the ability or the Ashes of War that like Hoarah Loux Earthshaker, which you're actually going to get here from the Erd tree, the great Erd tree, the giant freaking tree in the game. Of course, you first have to actually set the tree on fire. So after you've set the tree on fire, you can return to the tree and you'll basically be able to fight like a few bosses. There's a few there. I'm not going to spoil who gives it, but you'll see when you end up defeating the boss, he will award you this Ash of War. And to apply this Ash of War, you should already know this by now, but you go to a Site of Grace, you go to Ashes of War, and you select the Ash of War here. You can see it is called the Ash of War Hoarah Loux Earthbreaker, spelled like this on the screen as you can see here. I decided to go for the quality affinity because it gave my weapon the most damage throughput, but you can see there's a bunch of options here. You can go Magic, Lightning, Sacred, Poison, Blood, and there's even more. I think there's Cold and Oculate, or occult. I'm not even sure how to say the word. Now, you don't specifically have to use it on the weapon I'm using it on. You can use it on anything else, like the Uchigatana or something that you like using. You can see here when you use the Ashes of War ability, you can press it once to do one shockwave, or if you keep spamming it, you can actually do two shockwaves in a row. So this is just a normal one, right? But if I hold it again now and I press it immediately after the shockwave here, you can see I can do a double shockwave. Now, in case you're asking where do you get this weapon, because I always know there's that one commenter who's like, that's a cool weapon, where do I get it? I'm going to quickly show you where to get this weapon too. So in order to get this weapon, you don't have to be as far in the game as the, the Erd tree. You literally just have to beat Scar Scourge General Radahn, and then you go to this area on the map here that takes you to the underground city of Nokron, the Eternal City. You kind of follow this path here, and you go along this kind of giant bridge, and then you're going to jump off here, and you're going to see there's like a giant church thing that you're going to come across on the right side here. If you go on the upper section of this, you'll see there's a ledge that you can jump on, and you go into like a cave, and you follow the path over here, and it will eventually lead you to this open area where you're going to have to fight two giant gargoyle bosses at the same time. When you defeat them, you will get two gargoyle weapons, I believe, and one of them is going to be the gargoyle twin blade that I'm equipped right now. Okay, so now it's time to show you the combat. How does the skill work? So first, this weapon does a lot of damage, right? So you can use this as a good weapon, as a place-in, but if you use this Ashes of War, you can see here, Shockwave does immense damage, and if you do a double Shockwave, it does a lot too. I wasn't expecting this guy to not die, so we can kill him easily like that. So this setup is actually quite good. It's a good setup. There is a specific thing about this Ash of War that makes it really good that I want to show you, is that it actually interrupts the enemies. It interrupts them. Even if they're about to hit you, if they're like right next to you, it interrupts them. Now this does require you to be really close to the enemy when you're doing your shout, but if you see here, even these strong enemies, it actually it makes them flinch over and over and over again. You just have to be close enough and it actually stops their attack, dude. It actually stops their attack. I don't know if this works for bosses. I haven't tried because I've kind of killed pretty much almost everything. But I kind of doubt it would work on bosses, but the fact that it works on these really strong NPCs, it kind of, this weapon gets in my good books because it's quite strong to actually interrupt an enemy just as they're about to hit you. That's great. I feel like that makes it unique enough, and also because it's an Ash of War that you can use on any weapon that you want, turning it into a cold, blood, poison, lightning, any type of weapon you want. It's really strong. It has a lot of options that can open up with other weapons that you choose to use. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you like this Ash of War. I do hope you try it for yourself because it's really cool. It's different, and I love the AoE. It's really nice. I hope you guys enjoyed it though, and thank you so much for watching.